But you're an anarchist, right? Like wouldn't you?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
You don't believe in hierarchy, like me. Like I want to go to the moon, and I want to create a society where no one's in charge.
So sort of like it's like Randish.
Randish.
It's Ayn Randish.
Ayn Randish.
Ish.
Yeah.
No, it's not like a...
It's ish?
I haven't read her.
Neither have I, but you can still say it. It's not like...
she's kind of the heroine of the Libertarian Party, isn't she?
Yeah. She's like the scapegoat, I feel like, as well.
But Libertarian, that's sort of like, God made rich people rich, and let's all have it out. Like,
right.
I don't really...
Well, it's like those Koch brothers. They consider themselves libertarians, but they've become so rich, they've become... the very thing they wanted to stop having happen.
I feel well, that's the thing. Like rich white guys whose dads grew up in trailer parks like me, you bootstrappers. Like that's sort of part of the problem. You become a libertarian because that's the way you cope with wealth. And it is the easiest route to do it. You go the system worked for me. Teddy Roosevelt. The system worked for me.
Was you a Rough Rider?
The system worked for me, the creators of South Park. We rose up through the thing. So it must work for everybody. So anybody complaining is as guilty as anybody oppressing the people complaining.
Yeah, they say they don't like government, but the corporations and the free market, man.
They become the government.
Yeah, it's like the world should be run by Ford Motors and GE and stuff like that, which it kind of already is. They love liberty, but they hate society. I don't know. I don't get it. I went to somehow because a friend of mine is involved with Reason magazine, and he was doing some things. So I was at this convention in Vegas, and there was a big libertarian convention. And my big problem, just from looking at it, is and I actually said to somebody, I said, "Can I give you guys one note on your movement? Like if you're going to try to make this an actual movement."
No problem. What's your note?
Less white guys in chinos. You have to get a couple ladies in here and maybe a black dude, because there's a bunch of white D-bags walking around in the same pants and the same shirt with the same cufflinks and talking about how money is the world's greatest thing. It's just...
the capitalism is fucking amazing. It's as amazing as sexual reproduction in biology. It's taking an organism and cutting it in half and saying, ladies on the left, fellas on the right. And before you know it, you're not relying on mutation to change the species. It's fantastic, but it's not something you should base society
everything on.
Yeah, because when you step over a homeless dude on the sidewalk, the reason you're doing it is because there's absolutely nothing to profit you in stepping over him. So obviously we have a system that, right or wrong, good or bad, whatever your definition is, what we know for sure is that there's some dudes on the sidewalk that it's not working for. Because unless that guy loves the sidewalk, loves it so much, he's kissing it, and but even still it doesn't work because there's a sidewalk. The guy it's a sidewalk outside a donut shop, and the guy's going, "Get out of my sidewalk! You stop kissing it! You love it so much! Get out of here!"
Bringing the value of the donuts down.
Yeah, exactly. No one wants to step over you to buy a donut. You're lowering the value of my donut shop. So capitalism is an engine, but it's not the chassis. It's not the axle. It's not the tires. It's it makes shit go fast.
It's incredibly ingenious because capitalism simply is an agreement we all make every day. We wake up and decide that let's all go sell our practical activity, and what we get back is less than what our actual activity is worth. So if we go out and make cars for 8 hours a day, we don't get paid in the amount the cars that we made are worth, because that wouldn't make any money for the capitalists. So we're going to pay you a lot less than what the car is worth, and that free part of our labor, which is almost all of it, that's what makes that's capitalism. We've all just agreed. We agree every morning when we get up, let's all just go sell activity our most of our day. And if you actually have a real job, you only get a couple hours of your day to do anything that you want to do. It's insanity.
Or maybe not at all.
If you have you have a couple hours to spend with your family or make a model airplane. Suck a dick.
It's
whatever.
dangerous.
Put on your enemies in jail.
But there's a solution. Capitalism doesn't have to be scrapped. Johnny Pemberton told a story on Doug and Dressel's podcast. Johnny Pemberton goes in for an audition. There's this whole existing system that results in people treating everyone like crap. down to the bottom. So you walk into this fluorescent lit fucking tiny office with some lady that knows nothing about acting, knows nothing about anything, but is sitting there like a troll under a bridge, treating actors like shit. This is a thing in LA. You're listening in Iowa and you're going, fuck you, your actors got it so bad. We're telling you this is the equivalent of welding a fucking thing in LA. Like every town has its industry. There's a lot of people like suffering out here. So Johnny he tells the story on Duncan's podcast. He walks in and he starts talking. There's a lady talking to another guy. They're talking. He sees another guy. They're talking, and he hears something, and she's going, "There's no talking in here." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you guys were talking, so it was okay to talk in here." And then the other guy goes, "Oh, that's a good way to talk to casting." And long story short, the story ends with you dropping your script on the ground and saying "fuck you" and walking away.
Yep.
That's how capitalism works. The capitalism can work. Every time you get a call from a telemarketer, capitalism could work if the people calling you, like cold calling you to go, if they bothered to go, fuck you, there's a limit. There's a limit to my humanity. Anyways.
I've done that,
I sound like
too.
a libertarian when I say that.
It's okay to be a little bit libertarian, isn't it?
I think that spirit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think when you have $1 billion and you're a libertarian, you should probably start to become a Democrat.
You should start a church.
I think when you're like in the stratosphere as a libertarian, you should probably realize.
A lot of what libertarians I've talked to say, it sounds like kind of stuff I believe in. Like I don't like government. I hate the idea of like arbitrary, like rule and stuff like that. But they stop short of the idea like they worship money. They worship they worship capitalism. And so they talk this kind of high and mighty idealism about like we should all just be like liberty, man. Like no one should tell you ever what to do. But it's like capitalism that's the whole point of it. Is it tells everybody what to do, and this necessitates unemployment. There has to be unemployed people. There has to be famine. There has to be a conflict at all times to keep profits. There has to be. We have to let more food rot every day than is needed to feed everybody every day to keep fucking grain prices at the same place. That's insanity. That's a chaotic. That's a chaotic idea, and so fuck libertarians is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
All right. And fuck Ayn Rand. Fuck Ayn Rand. Your book sucks.
She is.
Nobody
dead.
likes The Fountainhead unless they're a cock and like it's 13 and they're fucking. It's like no, that's not a good book.
She is dead though. So.
Huh?
She died.
Yeah. Well, she had a good run.
Let's go dig her up and fuck her.
You know what? Also.
Just show her what's what.
Let's do it.
Jeff, she had terrible teeth.
Did she really?
Yeah, so fuck her, man.
Well, see, I thought you rooted for the underdog.
Well, I don't consider those teeth to be underdog teeth.
Would you rather fuck Ayn Rand's corpse or be a member of Al Qaeda?
Al Qaeda. Oh.
All right, Johnny Pemberton from Feral Audio, twisting the wind. I don't know.
Cheers.
Thank you, Johnny.
What are we going to do? Thank God.
See you, brother.
I feel like every time I've seen Johnny Pemberton, he has decreased in age by 3 years. I don't know. He keeps cutting his hair shorter.
He looked to be about 15.
He was a Channel 101 kid like a million years ago, and I was like, he's kind of got the Michael Cera adorable thing going. And then Michael Cera now it looks like Michael Caine. Does he really? And Johnny Pemberton waited it out. It was like I remember the first time I saw Pemberton, I was like, fuck, he must be so pissed about Michael Cera. But now it's a million years later. Fucking Michael Cera looks like a Loch Ness monster. Pemberton's got the fucking lockdown on the adorable little baby face.
You saying that Michael Cera has aged poorly?
He looks like he doesn't. He no longer looks like Johnny Pemberton. Like, can we say that? Let's leave it at that. There was a point when they looked the same to me.
Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I don't see enough of Michael Cera walking around.
Well, our next guest is Michael Cera.
That'd be so awesome.
No,
he comes out with a walker. He looks like the Loch Ness Monster. Nobody knows what a Loch Ness Monster looks like. It's a terrible analogy.
I don't know. People grow old and they die.
We're gonna go to Loch Ness around the holidays.
Yeah,
We're taking a trip to Scotland, and we're gonna go to Inverness and